What up, you fluffy bastards? My name is Liquid Blitz, and today we're going to take a look at how to rank up faster, how to level up quickly. Or quicker, I should say. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible, because every time I do one of these videos, it gets longer and longer, and I want it to get shorter and shorter. So let's literally get right into it. To rank up faster, we simply need to maximize the amount of XP you're receiving. So let's just simply take a look at some ways you can do that. First of all, and these are in no particular order, but let's just, first of all, track a medal. You know the way at the end of the round, or just simply when you're on the menus, you can look at your medals and you can track one. And you have to track one to complete the objectives. I should point that out. That's something that confused me in the very beginning. You actually have to track one medal, and then you can complete the objectives for it. If you're not tracking it, you can't complete the objectives. So track a medal, and you get XP for every objective. Every single objective, and there are medals which have 5 objectives, and there are some medals with 3 objectives. But you get a bundle of XP for completing each one, and then you get a bigger bonus for completing the entire medal. Now, I would advise, in terms of game modes to play, this is where I'm probably going to get a load of shit and people saying, oh no, this game, like Domination, is better or whatever. But I advise you play Conquest, because I think it's the most consistent and lengthy sort of game mode. It lasts a long time, which means if you're powering through the XP for that entire length of time, you're going to get enormous scores. The second point is play the objectives, and I'm going to sort of talk as if you're playing Conquest, but it sort of works for everything. Play the objectives, because if you're playing if like in Conquest you're capping the flags, it means you're right there in the middle of the action, which means the XP you get it's capping the flags gets you a decent amount of XP, but it's all the extra shit that comes along with it: the kills, the assists, the heals and revives, the resupplies, depending on what class you're playing. But play the objective, because that's how you get the enormous scores. Now, if being honest with yourself, you aren't that good at like killing, if you tend to lose most like one-on-one fights and so on, I've got my advice basically is to heal and revive teammates by playing the medic, or resupply by playing support. Now, I mean, if you're a medic, then you can heal yourself back up to full, which, if you're sort of okay or decent at killing, it means you can heal after every fight, which is brilliant. And if you're playing support, you have infinite grenades and ammo, so that's one of the biggest pluses to playing support, I've got to say. Infinite ammo, Jesus Christ. And playing both support and medic, especially on the front lines where it's the hairiest and the hottest situations, you can get epic points by reviving, or just throwing ammo packs all over the ground for everyone to pick up. Now, the reason I said do these, play medic and support if you aren't good at killing, is because you can get just as many points, if not more, by playing assault and so on. If you're the sort of good player that's like getting kill after kill after kill, you can get just as many points like that way. So whether you're good or not, playing medic and support is a great way for points, put it like that. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is a big one. In fact, if you don't do this, you're just downright stupid. I'm going to talk about squad XP. Join a squad, because essentially everything you do in Battlefield 1, like assists and killing and revives and heals and resupplies, everything gets more XP when you're in a squad and working with your squad. If you resupply a squad mate, you get more XP than resupplying just a regular person. Do you see what I mean? Now, when it comes to squads, I suggest when you first join a game, joining the fullest squad you can, the squad with the most people in it. Because it's common sense, really. The more squad mates you have, the more XP you're going to get from assists and spots and all that sort of shit. So join the fullest squad is my recommendation. Now, when you're playing, I strongly advise you follow your squad leader. If you're a squad leader, I'll get to a couple of points in a minute. But let's say you're not the leader. Follow the squad leader's objectives and what's the word? Markers. You know what I mean? Waypoints. And capture the flags that they set, because you get bonus points. If you capture the flag, you get all the points for capping the flag, but then you also get a bonus, the squad bonus. So follow the waypoints. Now, sort of like moving on to the squad leader. If your squad leader is shit and isn't setting objectives, you can. I don't know what the button is, because it's different on Xbox and PC and so on. But you can request an order. Go into the menu, request an order, and if they don't give you an order within, I think it's 60 seconds, then you become the squad leader. Assuming somebody else in your squad hasn't requested an order before you, then they will get the leader. But if you request order, you'll become the leader within 60 seconds if you don't get an order. Now, this is where you will get the most points, in my opinion, in my experience. When you're a squad leader and you're competent and you set objectives and, you say like, right, capture this flag or capture that flag, and you go and do it, you will get more points than anybody else in the game. This is my personal experience. I've come in number one spot, number one top score, not exaggerating, many times, because I believe it's because I'm a squad leader. And yeah, basically set objectives, and once you've completed an objective, defending objectives are just as good as attacking. They get just as many points. Once you've completed one, set another one instantly. And if you maximize this and keep going after objective, you can get enormous squad XP. So make sure you do that. And I will quickly add on to that. If you're the squad leader and you finish one round and it's a new round, you're still the squad leader. Set a waypoint on flag A, i.e. the one that's closest to you. Straight away, as soon as you spawn at the beginning of a fresh round, set it to A, run to A, cap it, and then do the same with B. As soon as you've done that, set B, run to it, cap it, and that's literally, I think I'm pretty damn sure it's 1,000 XP. Just fucking free 1,000 XP. So if you're the squad leader, make sure you do that, and don't forget, because it's 1,000 XP, man. And obviously, as I just alluded to, if you're the squad leader, or you're in a squad, and you finish one round, and you wait through the loading screen and then go into the next new round, the squad persists. The squad will stay exactly as it is. And if you're the squad leader in one round, and you wait through the loading screen, you'll be the squad leader in the new round. So that's when you set A and then set B and get all those free extra lovely points. And one final point to do with squads. Squads are so important, I can't stress this enough. But one final point to do with squads is basically spawning on your team, on your squad mates, gives you a little bit of XP. I think it's a tiny amount, but it's still worth something. And more importantly, if you're spawning on your squad mates, they're usually, at least one of them will be right there in the action. So it literally saves time to get more points. It saves time getting back into the fight. And that is literally, that is just simply maximizing the amount of XP you can get per minute, if you see what I mean. Now, I'm pretty much done, but I will move on to one final point. Finish your matches. I can't stress that enough either. I'm stressing, man. But I can't stress that enough. If you finish your matches, then you get, quite simply, you get the bonus XP. I think that's only if you win, but finish your matches, because if you win, you get the bonus XP, you get that multiplier at the end, and the better the score you have, this isn't concrete, but I'm pretty damn sure, the better the score, the team score is like 1,000 to 850. The better that is, the better multiplier you get. I think you get 1.25 times if you beat them by less than 100 points, I think, and then you get 1.5 times if you beat them by between 100 and 200, something like that. And I think you can get 1.75 and 2 times, but I've rarely seen those, if I've ever seen them. But yeah, finish your matches. Another reason to finish your matches is at the end of the round, obviously, you get those battle packs, and they seem to be random. But in those battle packs, you can get squad XP bonuses, which last for, an hour? I think, an hour of gameplay? And those are really good. Those are double squad XP, so Jesus Christ. Finish a game, get lucky with battle packs. If you get squad XP, then brilliant. But as I say, it only comes at the end of the round, so you've got to finish your matches, man. And also, one super last point, I will say, if you are lucky enough to get a squad XP bonus, and it does happen, they are quite rare, but you do get them. Be wise when you use them. Don't just use them instantly. Use them when you're in a full squad, because that, as I said previously, when you're in a full squad, there's so much more XP. So use it when you're in a full squad, and use it sort of in a round or a game where you know you're going to get a decent amount of points. You're on a decent team, for example, and you're going to get a shitload of points. I'd advise that's when you should use it. But that's all I've got. I mean, everything I've said is relatively simple. But I mean, things like playing the objectives and setting, if you're the squad, setting objectives and following orders and so on, it gets you so much more XP than a lot of people realize. And if you do all the shit that I've listed, if you pay attention and actually do all of them, you will get fucking enormous scores, especially the squads. I just can't stress the squads enough. Follow objectives, follow your orders or set orders, and you're going to get enormous scores. Do yourself a favour and follow all of these tips, because you'll rank up so fast. I mean, I've got thousands of war bonds just sat there now. because I haven't even unlocked everything. I've just ranked up so fucking fast. I've got so many weapons that I can't spend enough, man. Anyway, enough shit. I've babbled on for long enough. I hope you found this sort of useful or interesting at the very least. Like this video if you liked it. Like this video if you didn't like it. Enjoy me next time. My next Battlefield video, for certain this time, is going to be one of my superclass videos. I'm gonna release a few videos highlighting specific classes that I find awesome. And the first one consists of I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's going to be a run and gun class, a fast running, fast paced, balls to the wall, crazy class. So join me then. Anyway, peace. Is that who I think it is?
Okay? I surrender.
It sounded familiar.
Well, that's obvious. Seeing how you didn't shoot that guy.
Clementine! Oh shit, man! Shit got real.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't do